Let's welcome to the show the pride of Pike Road High School, national champion and superstar in the making, Browns running back Quinshon Judkins. Q, thank you so much for joining us, my man.
What's up? What's up? Thank you for having me, bro.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Well, you're halfway through your first NFL season. You've already set the league on fire. Are you surprised at the success you've had to this level?
I would say not for myself, just remaining, being who I am as a player and as a person, keeping that same discipline and trying to just go out there each and every week and improve myself.
Do you think that your time at Ohio State, or how did your time at Ohio State prepare you for this? Not only because you won, but just, yeah, the level of coaching and competition, everything that went into it.
I would say my time at Ohio State, my attention to detail while I was there, our schedule, the preparation that goes into a work week before a game, everything that you have to do to be accountable and to go out there on Sundays and do your job. I think it's just me building on what I started while I was at Ohio State and, coming in pro ready with the right mindset and then, adjusting from there.
All right, this is a tough one, but how about the top three Buckeye running backs of all time rated by Quinshon Judkins?
I don't want nobody to be mad at
I
me.
know. I know.
In no particular order. Eddie George, Zeke. Oh man.
Archie
God,
Griffin, maybe?
Archie Griffin. Yeah, Archie Griffin. Definitely.
Last week we had DeMarvion Overshown on, Texas Longhorn. He said Texas was the real RBU.
Nah, bro. I feel like it's Ohio State. Just because, the caliber of talent that we get year in and year out. Uh and then, how guys are coming in ready to play like right now. So I would say Ohio State for sure.
You had 2 touchdowns against Texas, 3 in the Natty, I believe. Is that right? 3 against Notre
Yeah,
Dame, at least. Yeah.
three. Yeah.
What's your favorite memory from that run?
In the national championship, I would say I had a long one, and I really supposed to score on it, but they called me like a wheel route down the field the play before, and I ran like 40 yards down the field, and I was gassed, bro. The next play, and I got that one. I took it like 80 yards, 70 something
Yeah, I
yards.
remember. Yeah.
Yeah, so I say that was probably my favorite run, just because how loud the stadium was. Like it was so many people. It's like you look at the stadium. It was really supposed to be half Notre Dame, half Ohio State, but it was like 75% Ohio State. And it was just wow, bro. Great atmosphere, super high energy. And then you look at like I see everybody, I'm looking at the scoreboard, I see everybody like jumping, running down the sideline with me while I'm running. So I say that was probably one of my favorite memories.
When you're running in that play, so you're looking at the scoreboard to see who's behind you?
That's just me, something that I do. Like I glanced at it and I see like everything. And just from my peripheral, I see like the people on the sideline just running, and it was funny. It's crazy.
That's awesome. You've already been on the cover of a video game. You were on the cover of NCAA Football 25. The question is, would you rather be on the cover of Madden or star in a blockbuster movie?
I would say both. Some people believe in the Madden curse, so I was going to originally go with the blockbuster, but I'll say both.
The process of being on the cover of NCAA Football, its first year back after such a long hiatus. How cool was that?
And super cool. I think a lot of people when the game came out, a lot of people didn't know like how technical it would be and how good of a job it will be when the game come out. But it was actually super fun. I played it a couple times. Like I go to different friends' houses or teammates to play the game. It's really cool. Super great graphics. It's in depth, and I think it was a great game. And then just the experience it gave everybody when it first came back.
Did you know they had to remove your juke move because it was so dominant?
Originally, I didn't know. I didn't even know I was that OP in the game, bro.
Yeah.
Like, till people came back, like I was getting texts, like when the game first came out, it was like, bro, like your character is crazy.
Crazy.
So it was insane. And then I heard I got like patched or something like that. So it was funny to see. And then now people talking about I had a spin move last week versus Miami. People was talking about the spin move compared to the game. So it was funny.
Who do you like to play with in Madden?
I like Lamar. I like playing with the Ravens and Madden just because he's super mobile. Even if I play somebody and they have like a QB spy on, he's still like super versatile to get through it and like get the ball downfield, do whatever he wants. So I like playing with the Ravens.
Q, you were a big time skateboarder growing up, right?
Yeah.
Walk me through that and maybe how your history with the sport has helped you with football, especially because it's so much balance involved.
I feel like skateboarding, it translates a lot to football. I think also like my balance, even your mindset, I would feel like it's something that skateboarding was just something that I've always done my whole entire life. Since I was about 8 or 9, and then progressively got better as I got older. And then, eventually football kind of took over for me just because of how important it was and then how good I was at it. So I had to choose one. So I chose football. But at the same time, I feel like doing what I did then definitely correlates to, my success and what I do now in football for sure.
Core strength, balance, all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, bro. Core strength, balance, I say definitely contact balance, and then just like mentality, man. Because skateboarding is like it takes a long time to learn how to do tricks sometimes. It's like over and over and over. And football is the same way. So I would say it definitely correlates to each other.
So, at what age did you actually start skating?
I started skating around 8, 9 with my older cousin. He was skating first. I remember he had this chipped up board and then he let me use it and I used it. And I remember going to the skate park. He ended up letting me have it. I remember I went going to the skate park and then somebody at the skate park was like, bro, like, no way that's your board. And then they ended up letting me use theirs. And then from then on, I was just setting on skating.
And then how old were you when you decided, okay, football's this is it for me?
I would say around ninth grade when I got like my first offer. I started getting Division 1 schools, like really big schools, and I was like, okay, yeah, like that's something I love to do, but to you know focus on one thing and not have too many things going on at one time. So stuck to football.
Quinshon, have you had a welcome to the NFL moment yet?
In today's age, it's a little bit different because guys that are coming, like usually I feel like if guys came to the NFL from college in an older time, it would be a little bit harder for them to transition. But you got to think like now is guys that are coming from college. Like we have NIL, guys are driving Lamborghinis in college now. So it's like we're going to the locker room. I think sometimes you get shell shocked. It's like, damn, these guys, everybody's just different. I'll say that's the biggest thing about the NFL, different personalities. Um, Guys have their own routines. Like in college, everything is more so guys work out at the same time. They're doing this at the same time. Everything is very team oriented. And I feel like in the NFL, everybody has their own different style, and different things that get them going to get to Sunday. So I would think that that's the most interesting part, or something that I realized about the NFL since getting to it, for sure.
The idea that it's a business now and this is a livelihood for all these guys, but also like you have a lot of dudes that are probably parents or have families. So was that a surprise or how is that different for you?
The locker room talk is different. Guys are talking about like ballet lessons. In college, we were talking about like they're talking about their daughter's ballet lessons and different stuff like that. In college, we'll be talking about like going to the basketball game after or going to play the video game or whatever the case may be. So just different conversation, but it's also a lot of lessons that you learn too. Just because our locker room has like a lot of great vets, bro, and they teach you a lot of great lessons and things to look out for throughout your journey in your career.
What was your first impression of Myles Garrett seeing him on the field?
I think my first time seeing him was how fluid he was as at his position. You don't really expect guys to be like very especially at that position to be super mobile. But that was something that I seen like with Miles is his ability to go around you, go through you, make guys miss, like work great pass rush moves. And that was like something that really caught me by surprise because you don't really expect him to do that. And then just his power, man. Like some of the things I see him do in practice, super cool to see. And I think he's a great leader on our team. And he does great things all the time.
5 sacks last week. I think that's
Yeah, bro.
the most
Awesome.
incredible defensive performance I've ever seen. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
awesome.
running backs you love to watch the most. Who do you really like to study?
I like Le'Veon, Bell, Saquon, Kamara. I like Adrian Peterson, Tomlinson. I like watching receivers too. Really like watching receivers.
So that you can learn from them from a receiver standpoint?
Receiver standpoint and just also to like their yards after catch. I love watching receivers for their ability to make yards after the catch.
And can you take some of that and learn from it?
Of course, yeah, just because, I'm getting the ball a lot. So, I got a lot of yards after contact. How can I make defenders miss or in certain situations on the field, being able to do different things, not just premeditate, but react,
Have you feel like, Quinshon, that from a physicality standpoint, the NFL, I guess, how different is it from the front seven from an NFL standpoint to the SEC?
Playing in the SEC is definitely a physical conference. Big Ten as well. I say players in the Big Ten they are definitely faster and at their size. So I think that's what makes it a little bit different between the two conferences. But playing in the NFL, um, guys are a lot bigger, definitely, and faster at their positions. You're playing against the best of the best. So obviously these guys are going to be like physical specimens and like really fast, run to the ball, do everything right. And that's the hard thing about, coming, and that's how you prepare, because those are the things that you have to prepare for on Sunday, like making sure you're on your like, on your deal.
Was there a play or a play that a defensive player made on you or something that happened where you were like, wow, I can't believe he did that?
It was one play where a D lineman rushed up the field. He was free. And usually you can make those guys miss, but he closed the distance so fast. It's like I didn't even have time. So it's just like realizing like how fast these guys are at their size and just adjusting to the game from college to the NFL at the same time.
Can you hoop, Q?
I can dunk. I've been dunking for like since I was like eighth, ninth grade. But hooping,
Wow.
that's not really my deal
No.
though, bro. Nah.
So you could dunk easy since you're 13, 14,
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
but you can't shoot, can't do.
I can, but like if I feel like football players are
No, it's
great
different.
defensive players,
Yes, yes.
Football players are great defensive players, but as a whole basketball player, not really.
So I played basketball in college, and I used to hate playing the football players because they were so physical and strong. Everything was a foul. They never called it. But offensively, like not a ton of skills.
I'll give you a bucket for sure, but do I want to play basketball? Nah, that ain't me.
Are there any Browns that can really hoop?
The one Jones, one of our
Yeah,
linemen, he's a really good hooper, or he claims to
he
be.
claims. Yeah,
You watching this one? He
yeah.
claims to be a really good hooper, but who else? Isaiah Bunn. We played basketball before training for the combine.
What's one record or milestone that you would say this is something I really want?
I won high school state championship. I won national college football championship, and I know I want to win a Super Bowl. That's a milestone that I have for myself and in my career. That's what I want to do.
You said something recently about how basically like Cleveland's home forever. I think what did you mean by that?
I think I said something. Some people thought I was
Yeah, no, I
literal.
think you said I
Like,
want to die in Cleveland. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, some people
yeah,
thought I was literally like saying that. No,
yeah,
but
yeah.
oh my god, it was so funny. But yeah, man. I mean, Ohio is just what I'm familiar with. I played at Ohio State. I'm used to the weather. Love the people here. I love the culture. And then not going too far all the way to Cleveland. It's like, this is home. This is what you know. So just making my mark here in Cleveland, and this is a great organization, and I'm just doing whatever God has in store for me. But at the end of the day, while I'm here, I'm giving him everything I got.
How has your faith helped you, especially when reality is that playing football, there's a lot of down moments too. It's not always glory.
Right. I think plays a major factor. Just, staying grounded, staying in tune with yourself, knowing who you are, and then having great people that surround you, like your family, the people that are closest to you, people that have your best interests. So keeping those people around, and also, like I said, just having great faith and not defining yourself by how you play, and relying back on your training and how you prepare yourself too.
In other words, football is what you do. It's not not who you are.
Exactly. It's not who you are, you know. Sundays, a lot of people think we just like
That's
football
3 hours
players
of a
work
whole week. That's
out.
it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, we prepare, but we don't just turn on with a press on and off button on Sundays. We have lives, we have families, we have, you know, many different things. It's not, I'm sorry you didn't hit your parlay, bro, but like I have a family just like
Yes.
you do. But you know what I'm saying? I think that's the hard thing I think certain people don't realize about athletes. But you know, like I said, that's how you stay grounded with your faith, family.
Has anybody said to you like, "Oh, thank you so much for helping my fantasy football team"?
Bro, oh my God, I get so many like people that say it, and I find it hilarious. I don't know what fantasy football is and how it works, but I just be like, "You welcome," you know, like that's all I say. I don't know.
For what it's worth, I'm in 2 leagues. I have you on my
Mhm.
team. It basically is the better you do, the better the team does. But
Oh, okay, got you,
it's
got you.
I mean it's a crazy thing to do. But I can imagine that given how well you played, people have said thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure.
Current favorite 5 running backs to watch?
I'll say Jonathan Taylor. He's doing a really good job
Yes.
with the Colts. I still like Kamara. A-Chain, he's pretty good from the Dolphins. I'm gonna go Saquon.
Still got Bijan.
Bijan's in there. He's top five for sure. He's done great things and shit.
Let's fast forward 10, 15 years. What do you want your legacy to be as a Cleveland Brown?
I think in my career, just giving the city everything that I have, man. You know, laying it all on the field. When you go out there, that's my mindset. You know, just not having any regrets. Playing for the guy that's next to me, beside me, and then preparing the right way. So when it's all said and done, I gave it everything I had to the game. I respect the game. Game has done a lot of great things for me. It's changed my life, helped me and my family. And you know, I just respect the game, so I take it very seriously, and just want to go out there and perfect my craft each and every week.
Quinshon Judkins, thank you so much for coming on the Schultz Report. It's an absolute pleasure. Wish you continued success, and I know you're going to have a great career, man. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.